Yeah. Hello, Miss Danielle. How are you this morning?
I'm good. How are you, Michelle?
I'm well. I'm well. And thank you for joining me for a conversation about leadership and mentoring and coaching and how we got where we are today. Just so for folks who don't know, you and I have been working together since last December, isn't it? December 2020. And so we're just going to have a little conversation about the experience so far and kind of what got us where we are today, and still working together, still working on it, working on the work. So what made you decide to seek out a leadership coach?
Well, I would say a few things contributed to it. One is knowing my potential, or having these ideas in my head, but just not having the time, the resources, the direction. I work full-time in corporate, which is very demanding, and I have a little 2-year-old. So to say my time is limited is a understatement. So that's the short on why.
All right. So we all have demands on our time, definitely. And so, as I said from the very beginning, I commend you for taking the steps, because it is helpful to work with someone and to hold yourself accountable. And we always had plans and our meetings were productive. So I'm glad that this is working out for you. We're going to talk more about that on another conversation, however. Today, let's focus on a few kind of informational and background questions kind of to get us started. How does someone get started when they're thinking about hiring a leadership coach? So let's just start this way. What do you think about when you wake up in the morning?
What time is it? How much time do I have? In the morning, if I wake up right now before my daughter gets up, what do we have to do today? What are my demands of the day? Those are definitely top of mind when I get up.
Right. And would you say of the items that you just listed, what stresses you out the most, do you think? Or is it a combination?
Time is huge. I trying to prioritize having time for myself. So it's like, when I wake up, okay, do I have 30 minutes this morning? Do I have an hour? Do I have enough time to spend am I spending enough time with my family? In general, how much time today will I be able to spend with my daughter? So time is huge, and that relates to money. So money is also, I wouldn't say money is a stressor. I'm not stressed about money, about paying my bills, but I want to bring in more money to, continue on with my life and giving my family the life that we deserve. So those are two top of mind. Did I say my relationship? Just kidding.
Yeah. I mean, that's all a part of it and who we are and what we try and juggle every day. It's not just one or two things. It's, we don't even think about all that we juggle. If we had to make a list of everything that we all juggle in a day, I don't think we want to do that. It's helpful. It is helpful. It is helpful when you're trying to figure out how to best use your time and what's eating up your time and what should be taking your time and what do you enjoy that's taking up your time and what don't you enjoy. But right, to make a list, I mean, that would be exhausting, right? That's funny. So what do you enjoy that's non-work related? And how much time do you spend doing what you enjoy that's non-work related?
I love being active, getting outside, going to different parks with my daughter, going hiking, yoga, spending time, staying connected with the people that I love, which that can definitely be a challenge. And then cooking, healthy meals. I actually had a conversation with a coworker where it's like, what are some things that make your day successful? And lately it's cooking a healthy meal. Sorry, they're right outside. And I don't, I'm not daily. I'm definitely not cooking daily, but it'll be
Called
gone soon.
life. Things happen. I always say we plan, life happens. So you're not cooking daily, but you have to eat.
Cooking weekly, shared responsibilities, but yes.
All right. So what are your top 3 goals, would you say, for the next 6 months, the next year? You decide how far out you want to go, but what are those goals? Okay.
Can you repeat the question?
What are your top 3 goals for the next 6 months or year?
I would say they're coming back.
That's okay. We can hear you.
Top 3, being able to spend more time with my family daily, weekly. I'd love to go on a vacation with just my immediate family. I want to increase my income, and I think in that same breath, I also want to launch my business fully, a full launch, not just, well, we've been working tirelessly at it, but set a date where I'm like, okay, but I'm ready for it. Like, okay, I'm feeling good. I'm ready to launch. Let's do this. If we were to have launched it now and previously, it would not ready, not there. So I'd love to, be in a place where it can fully launch. And I don't know if this goes hand in hand, but I'm looking for more peace in my life, less chaos. Launching a business, I don't know. But that would be another goal. So.
Well, I think it hopefully would bring you peace because you're excited about it. You're not, you're putting your energy in something that you really are passionate about and you care about. So that's another thing I wanted to, what are you truly passionate about? Because that's what's going to bring you peace and happiness and joy and make you not regret or, feel angry or tense or upset about putting your time in places that just don't bring you the kind of peace that you speak about.
That's so true. That's a great point. Thank you. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, so that's very exciting. So what are your biggest fears, Danielle?
I would say my biggest fear is not living a life that I know I'm capable of. Yes.
Wow. And so what are you doing to change that?
Michelle, great question. Well, this coaching has been tremendous in helping me see that it's totally achievable. It's right in front of me. But with your guidance and direction and working together and like you said at the beginning, an accountability partner, absolutely can make it happen. Just have to continue to put in the work and keep at it.
There's so much to read about when you're thinking about starting a business and what you want to do. There's so much to read. There's so much vying for your attention. Once you start investigating various options and that are of interest to you, then people start reaching out. You start getting bombarded. I know that's what's happening to me as well. And so you have to find a balance in, what noise do you want to, just not pay attention to and really disconnect from folks, unsubscribe to folks that you really don't need to hear from at this point in time. Or I've even sent a few messages saying, I really appreciate it. hearing from you. It sounds interesting, what you have to offer. However, at this point in time, I'm set. Thank you. I'll reach out, kind of leave it. You'll reach back out so that they don't continue to bother you. But there's just so much, especially with social media, which is absolutely wonderful. We wouldn't be able to do what we're doing at this moment. But still, you really do have to sift through what's really important, what's going to help you move forward, and what's just going to take your time and pull your attention away from what you should be spending your time doing. And so we have to be very mindful and careful. Bless you. Squared. When we, when folks are reaching out to us. So at this point, as this is our first conversation, we have many more ahead of us. How would you like to, what piece of advice or wisdom or something that you've learned about yourself and leadership over the last, since we've been working together, I guess?
That's a good question. What have I learned? What advice? So much. There's so much. To just put in the work. It's really about, putting in the work, showing up day after day. And it's not perfect. It's not going to be perfect. It'll never be perfect, but there's always room to improve. And having an accountability partner is huge in getting there. And if you want to make significant changes, having a coach, an accountability partner will take you leaps and bounds there quicker than doing it by yourself. And kind of like you said, the amount of resources out there, it's great, it's amazing, but very overwhelming, and you can kind of go down a rabbit hole. And so working with you, Michelle, you have your life experience far different from what I have so far, and so you're able to pull from all that and you see kind of what I'm thinking, and you're able to help me look at it from a different perspective, different angle, and help me focus on help me focus on, okay, the X, Y, and Z would help Danielle right now for what she's wanting to do. Whereas who knows how long it would have taken me to figure out some of that. So.
Well, I often say, sometimes I just get in my own way. And I think that's what you're saying too. And that's true, but also you're only as creative and have the ability to kind of think through things. You're one mind. So it is helpful to have somebody else or a small group of folks or whomever your trusted, like I like to say, your personal board of directors. Those folks are people who aren't yes people necessarily. You might have one or two on the board, but you really want people who can help you move forward. And so I think we've had a great start, and I'm looking forward to continuing the conversation. So I will sign off with to be continued, and until next time.
Until next time,
friend.